Hey Mavs Nation! Welcome back to Mavs Insider, your one-stop source for everything Dallas Mavericks. If you're passionate about the Mavs, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and all the latest team news, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now today, we have something huge to talk about. Something that might just change the trajectory of the Mavericks season. And no, it's not about Luka's next 50-point game. It's all about Anthony Davis and his surprising assignment to the Texas Legends, the Mavericks G League affiliate. Sounds confusing at first, right? Trust me, you're not the only one. When this news broke, everyone thought, wait, is AD playing in the G League now? But hold up, before we jump to conclusions, let me break it down for you and explain what this actually means and why it's a really good sign for the Mavs. The reason behind Anthony Davis's G League assignment. First of all, let's clear up any confusion. Despite all the chatter, Anthony Davis will not be playing in the G League. This move is simply part of his rehabilitation process as he recovers from a left adductor strain that's kept him sidelined since February 8. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Wait, didn't AD just have a monster game for the Mavs before the injury? Yep, that's right. In his debut for the Mavs, he went off with 26 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks in just 31 minutes. Talk about making a statement, right? But unfortunately, the injury kept him out, and the Mavs have been dealing with a lot of hurdles since then. Now, here's where things get interesting. You might be wondering, why is a superstar like Anthony Davis getting sent to the G League at all? Well, here's the deal. This is actually a pretty common practice in the NBA for injured players. Sending a guy like AD to the G League for rehab allows him to get back into game shape without the pressure and intensity of an NBA game. It's a controlled environment, so he can participate in full contact scrimmages and intense workouts while minimizing the risk of re-injury. Teams like the Golden State Warriors have used this approach with big-name players like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson in the past. So the Mavs are really just following the playbook that's been successful for other teams. It's an efficient and smart way to ease players back into form. Why this is good for the Mavs now? Let's talk about why this is such a good thing for the Dallas Mavericks. Because let's be real, things have been looking a little dicey lately. The Mavs are currently sitting at 10th in the Western Conference with a 33-36 record, occupying the last play-in spot. They've lost 3 straight games, and with Kyrie Irving already ruled out for the season and other injuries keeping key players sidelined, the Mavs have a lot of ground to make up if they want to secure a spot in the playoffs. So, having Anthony Davis back in the fold before the regular season ends, massive win for Dallas. With AD on the floor, the Mavs get a two-way superstar who can dominate in the paint, clean up the boards, protect the rim, and also stretch the floor when needed. His ability to both score and defend at an elite level makes him a perfect fit for what the Mavs need right now. But here's the thing. The Mavs don't have to rush him back into action and risk a setback. By having him work with the Texas Legends, AD gets high-intensity practice time without disrupting the flow of the Mavs' rotation. Think about it. No need to wait for a sporadic practice here and there. AD is getting the structured workouts he needs to ramp up, and the Mavs can manage his recovery timeline in a way that doesn't throw off their chemistry. AD's impact and the Mavs' playoff push. For those of you who may not be completely familiar with AD's season so far, let me remind you of what he's capable of. Through 43 games this season, mostly with the Lakers, Davis has been an absolute force. He's averaging 25.7 points, 12 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.3 steals, and 2.2 blocks per game, while shooting an impressive 52.8% from the field. This isn't just a guy who has been good, he's been a game changer. He earned his 10th All-Star selection this season and continues to be one of the most dominant two-way players in the NBA when healthy. But here's the question we all have. Will he stay healthy? Well, getting back to full speed in the G League. should give us a better idea of where he's at. The Mavs can take a cautious approach, letting him gradually get back to his best without forcing him into high-pressure situations too soon. When he finally does rejoin the Mavericks, it could be the catalyst they need to hold on to that play-in spot and even push for a playoff berth. Conclusion: a step in the right direction for the Mavericks. So, all in all, this Anthony Davis G League assignment is not something to be worried about. It's actually a great move for the Mavericks. It's a smart way to manage his recovery, ensure he's physically ready for the postseason push, and keep the Mavs' playoff hopes alive without taking unnecessary risks. With the Mavericks struggling to stay afloat in the standings, AD's return could be the game changer they need to make a serious push for the postseason. Let's face it, the Mavs need all the help they can get right now, and having a healthy Anthony Davis, especially one that's ramping up his fitness, could be the difference between making the playoffs or falling short. It's all about getting that right balance of recovery, rehab, and keeping the team's rhythm intact. And guys, I don't know about you, but with AD back in the mix, things are looking very promising for the Mavs. Let's hear your thoughts. Now, Mavs fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the decision to send AD to the Texas Legends? Do you think he'll be the key to the Mavs' playoff hopes, or do you have some doubts? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to see what you all think. And before you go, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss any of the latest Mavs updates right here on Mavs Insider. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Mavs!